Good evening, everyone. After nearly 13 years, I can finally say we're here. This is Alan Wake 2. I want to give a thanks to Shane over on Patreon, as well as everyone else that has supported the channel over the past while, that has helped to ultimately make this series a reality. I have went and purchased a Xbox Series X just to do this game, because I have come to a realization that my PC is not strong enough to process a game like this in the quality that I want, and also to record it. So I went and got that earlier today. So huge thanks to Shane and everyone who supported the channel to allow that. I honestly, in my heart of hearts, never thought this game would come out. I had so thoroughly enjoyed the first game, played it several times, did it on the channel, it's linked in the description below, along with the series did on American Nightmare. But I never thought we'd see a follow-up, and I was okay with that. As much as I enjoyed the previous game and kind of wanted that resolution, I didn't think I'd see it, but here we are. I am well aware of the reception this game has received. I wanted to do this game on release. It didn't quite happen, but we're here to embark on it over this winter, and I simply cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. We are going to be playing this game on hard mode, as is customary on this channel. I've heard that hard mode is actually pretty tricky, however, so we might change it. There is the ability to do that in-game. I'm also aware that there is a New Game Plus mode, which has a harder difficulty still, Nightmare. I don't know much about what that entails, but I'm aware that it exists, and yes, I will be exploring that, hopefully. I don't want to wait any longer. I've waited long enough. Let's go. I only hope that I can do this game in the series the justice it deserves. I've done my best to remind myself of things that happened in the first game so I can relate to the plot lines where possible. We also recently streamed Control, which has indicated certain things that might be happening in this game. We'll touch upon those as we find them.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
I've already got goosebumps. What in the... Well, this video's about to get age restricted. You okay, sir? What in the hell is going on here? I don't want to turn around the camera for obvious reasons. What is going on? Oh, look at this, and it's 60 frames of glory. It's the main reason I got the X as well, to give you all of it. Who's no.
Where'd he gone?
Hey, wait! I gotta say, buddy, you picked Sunday to go skinny dipping. That didn't sound good. In the wrong part of town. That is for... damn sure. Jesus. What a size of fucking... good God. Jesus. So, I'm aware that this game is got some real horror in it. Not lying. You can. I was kind of wondering if we can do that. I have looked at the controls here. There's a lot of bad shit around here. I don't know where we are. I don't know why we're here, but... fucking hell. That is frightening. Hello? Can someone help me? I got lost. Oh yeah, that's not good. Oh, buddy. Hello? Are you here to help me? Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. We're in the bad part of town here. Holy shit. Help! Someone! Oh, jeez! Welcome to Washington State. This is gonna be some journey.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers.
Oh, they got a good writer for that.
I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Thanks, James. It's good to have you back.
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Optimistic as always, I see. Alright, I'm going to do a quick test, make sure everything's running perfectly well, and then we will continue. Everything looks pretty good, so we will continue. The game does have various graphical options you'd expect. I have turned off both motion blur and film grain. This is something that we experimented with in The Last of Us Part 2, and I figure is best just removing, just for our sakes. I might put motion blur back on, but I think, honestly, it's better as it is. Alright. So here we are then. We are...
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
There are many things to make mention of at the
I should
moment,
take a look
but
at that map.
we'll get there as we do. In particular, you. Okay, the map displays key locations of the area. So what have we got here? So this is our current location. So this is us here currently, towards the parking lot. Some cabins, general store, Cauldron Lake, Witchfinder's Station. Okay, plenty going on here. Very good.
I think I hear someone.
Huh?
Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
What is...
Quit your bellyache. Hey, over here.
Sounds like fun and games. I'm coming. I'm coming, Sam. Don't
Hey there.
worry.
Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that You know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Your tax dollars at work.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
Breaker, eh?
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
I noticed.
Tell them I'm here, waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
What a double act these two seem. Oh, boy.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Now, there's a vision for you. So, we can access the case board inside the Mind Place. Okay.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
This is interesting. Yeah. I kind of like this.
Everything we know about the previous murders.
Okay.
Taking another look.
So, the case board is a mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. Because, of course, there's going to be a lot of crazy shit, but we've also got, we got a murder to solve. Okay. Cool. This reminds me a lot of, oh my god, what was that game? There was a game way back, freaking Heavy Rain. It reminds me a lot of Heavy Rain, this, in a way. Remember there was that officer? I'm pretty sure it was Heavy Rain. There's the officer, was that Jaden or something like that? Who had, like, this ability to kind of go into a different place, like, solve bits and stuff and going on. Definitely getting vibes of that. It's not a bad thing, necessarily. So, here we have a variety of previous murders that have occurred around the town of Bright Falls. And we think there might well be a connection between what happened and what's going on now. So let's go have a look at what we've got here. So, all victims reported missing in 2010, eh? We got Ted Lane. Let me move in a little closer so you can see what the heck's going on here. So we got Ted Lane, dentist, who went missing. He was discovered 2 years later, buried in a shallow grave. We've got Wendy Davis, who, in 2018, some organs were missing. State of the body does not match 8 years spent in a lake. It's a bit weird. And Percy Wolf, who was found just 2 weeks ago, as this game is set in 2023. Chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing on the body is illegible. What the hell? Okay. The slight differences in murders. Bloating is only a commonality in the various bodies, but not the apparent cause of death. Weird. So there's bruising on the wrists and legs of two of the victims, like they've been restrained. The most recent victim died of chest trauma. It was consistent with the 2018 victim. Hard confirmed due to the condition of the body. All the bodies have experienced bloating, which is indicative of drowning, but only one was actually found in the water. It's kind of weird. weird. And as for the profile of the killers, okay. So, third victim is covered in some illegible tattoos. Apart from that, the victims don't seem to have anything particularly in common. But yeah, chest trauma suggests that this might be a sportsman or a hunter of some kind. Not a good sign. And then we just press...
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson.
Oh! Oh, that's a nice transition. I like that. That's real smooth. I highly appreciate that. That's a nice touch.
Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
And again, Alex suddenly appearing there telling you the game's still going.
Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
I'll get to him in a little bit. Game looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Good stuff. Mirror Peak Mountain. The iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. It is so weird being back here. I just can't quite shake it. I just never thought this would happen. For years. I'm so glad I was wrong. Bit of a mess down here, though. Campgrounds. Cauldron Lake's down this way.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Hey, Pacific Northwest, pretty awesome. I can attest to that. I've been there.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
Do you think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
All right, free roll. I can live with that. Oh, God. I get the impression I'm going to really like these two. Look at the lighting as well. Beautiful.
Hey!
You must be...
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
After you, Alex.
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-up.
Those are real?
Oh.
You guys hiring?
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Oh, God. Amazing.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now he didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay.
Damn it!
Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Well, this video is already age restricted, so what the hell, right?
Step 1. Examine the corpse.
Jesus Christ, Oh boy. What an absolute fucking mess this is. Good God.
Wanna start by inspecting the body, Anderson?
I was getting there. I'm just stealing myself, you know? Right.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
There is a, I might have to do something in post. There is a nudity sensor option in the settings. Maybe I should just turn it on. Oh well. You want to do first key image? That's good. So well, let's see various clues. Key images we selected and placed on the board. Right. Start of a new part of the case.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Probably not. Placing the image on the case board begins a new line of investigation. Okay, fair. When a key image is placed, it will prompt new questions, which are these things. An object to viewable in the case board in your goals. Okay, I kind of get it. So what we need to do is obviously pick up on various bits of evidence. Now, one thing I've noticed are these. You can press the A button on these, and it'll tell you like how much to find it. It also tells you how you're going to try and find it. So here we need to find specific evidence to do so. Fair enough. Well, let's look at the body in more detail, I guess. Jeez, what a fucking state.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Inside stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
That's pretty... It's pretty hardcore, isn't it?
The killer left the heart right next to the body.
That's a bit weird, isn't it? Well, his effort to, like, cut out of him. I mean, you think they'd take it from him or do something? I don't know. Weird. So, an unused place discovered clues can now be placed onto the open question. Okay. I see. Okay. We'll press that, and that will now start occupying these various spots here. Was the murder interrupted? Quite possibly. Yeah. Major stress trauma means it's, yes, similar to the previous killings we're aware of.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
So the clues are resolved, the open question, and unlocked a deduction. As you advance your investigation, new clues will be unlocked, updating your goals. Right, so of course the evidence trail continues. Makes logical sense. And you check the updated goals by pressing Y. So we need to learn more about the victim and the killer. Try and work what we can here. Okay, makes sense. And so we'd have to do that by, yeah, again, talking to people or looking around to find more bits and pieces going on. Makes sense. Pretty straightforward. I do want to have a look.
Victim.
I do want to have a look
Who
more
killed
around
him?
here, but I'll do that in the next video.
Need to find more clues.
So let's have a look at. We've got various bits and pieces dotted around.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here.
Definitely looks like it. This is looks almost satanic.
Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Seems very possible. We'll go over here. Drinks?
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over.
Tripod, eh?
Was it for a camera?
Yeah. Are they filming this? That's pretty messed up.
Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here. Waiting.
Definitely didn't have the time to clear away any of this stuff, did they? Definitely looks like they left in a hurry. Interesting. So we go back to the case board. I see, and now we have our various bits of evidence here. So, we know multiple sets of footage would suggest that there was at least a group of people, so it was not a solo job. Yeah, unlucky the killer was working alone.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Got that right, Saga. So let's try and find out a bit more about who our unfortunate victim is in this situation. Looks like he was in the wrong place at the wrong goddamn time.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about
He's a
13
Fed.
years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Nightingale. Isn't that the name of the dude from the first game?
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Huh.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
So my first thought was like, when I first heard that, I was like, I thought he was dead. I distinctly remember him getting like taken by the stuff. I think it was like, at the police station. But the more I think about it, I feel like didn't they like turn up at the very end of the game or something? I don't quite recall. I guess. Damn. What the hell happened to him?
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
That's your clue to go back into the Mind Palace, I suspect. The Mind Palace? Mind Place? You know what I mean. So... Robert Nightingale. Small world. Wait, I can press the A button on him? I can't on these.
Oh, I sure do.
Oh, I
His
see!
name is Nightingale. He was FBI.
Oh, that's nice.
He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
That's quite nice. So if it's like an audio clue, you can actually revisit what was said during the conversation. That's pretty cool.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Yeah, not good. So, the next question, yeah. Is it premeditated or spontaneous? And I would strongly suspect, judging the fact that it looks like they were waiting here for quite a while, and that they were apparently had equipment to film what was going on, this was no random act.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? If a guy's missing for over a decade, how would people know where and when to find him. Very strange. You use profiling inside Saga's mind place to get inside the heads and suspects of victims. Alright. Okay, well, let's go have a look. What the hell happened to you, man?
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Lucky guess.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
That's unsettling. That's very unsettling. Right, okay. And now... okay, and now from the deductions, we've now got more evidence to work with. Makes sense. What if he came from the lake? I suggest that's probably our next destination.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
I'm going to tell me I like this guy. Alright, everyone, so I think that is where we're going to look to end this video then. So yeah. Robert Nightingale, missing for over a decade, suddenly surfaces and gets brutally murdered. This should be an interesting little case to try and crack. What the hell did he get himself into? I'll have to see. Anyways, thank you much for watching, everyone. We'll carry on next time. I can tell I'm going to like this game.